Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Art with Liz. I want to begin by thanking the Hoboken Library for allowing us to have these hybrid classes. They're just a wonderful opportunity to explore our creative selves. We don't ordinarily have these afternoon classes, but when we do, it's just such a great opportunity to go even deeper into our creative work. Today is a makeup class for a class we missed during African American History Month. We will be looking at an African American artist and celebrating his incredible contribution to the art canon of the United States. His name is Robert S. Duncanson. The S stands for Selden, Robert Selden Duncanson. He was born around 1821 and he died in 1872. He was a 19th century American landscape painter. He also did still lifes, and he was probably mixed race of European and African ancestry. He was inspired by another American landscape artist named Thomas Cole. And we have talked about Thomas Cole in the past. Thomas Cole was one of the founders of the Hudson River School of Painting. And we looked at him in an earlier set of classes because Cole was influential in this part of the world. But now we're looking at Robert Selden Duncanson, and I think you're going to enjoy his work equally well. We're going to start class, as usual, with a slideshow of his work, and then I have a project for you to explore on your own. It will be an opportunity for you to get into your own creative work. Those of you who are here for this morning's class, you can continue working on the project you started this morning. Just listen quietly to this slideshow. So here we go. He is considered a second generation Hudson River School artist. He spent the majority of his career, however, in Cincinnati, Ohio, and he's considered to be one of the founders of the Ohio River Valley landscape tradition. He was a free Black man living in antebellum America, and antebellum means post-Civil War America. He engaged in the abolitionist community in America and England to support and promote his work. He gained considerable support and backing from the abolitionist community, particularly in the United States, and he's considered to be the first African American artist to be internationally known. This first image is fairly typical of the kind of work he did. Obviously, it is not an image of the United States of America. You can see it has kind of a desert feel to it. So, as with the Hudson River painters, whom he was heavily influenced by, he was drawn to mythology and European art. And he frequently looked at paintings that were done that were very romantic in nature and based on ancient Greek and Egyptian mythology. And this one most definitely is part of that tradition. very realistic. Notice the way shapes in the foreground or front of the painting are large. As things recede into the background, they get smaller and smaller and smaller to the point where they're very difficult to see. Darker and more distinct shapes in the front, more details in the front, and colors tend to fade out and details become less and less the further you go back in space. He was born in Fayette, New York, around 1821. He was one of 5 sons. During their childhood, Robert and his 4 brothers apprenticed in the family trade of house painting and also carpentry. His brothers gained modest success as house painters, but Robert emerged as an incredibly successful house painter, and it was recognized early on that he was incredibly talented. He did very well in the house painting business, but in 1838, he decided to start going into his own personal ambitions, and he broke with his partner. He had a business partner. He broke with him and suspended the business in order to pursue his real ambition of becoming a portrait painter. So really beautiful natural color and form. It's almost photographic in its attempt at realism. So this one, I don't believe is taken from the imagination. This one he was probably doing from life. Laura Yunsi is trying to return. Thank you. In 1840, when he was only 19, Duncanson moved to Mount Pleasant, Ohio, which is a town north of Cincinnati, later known as Mount Healthy, and began his career in fine arts. This was a city that had a large free Black population in the 19th century, and Cincinnati at that point was considered a southern town, but on free soil. It was a fast-growing city, and its population grew rapidly between 1840 and 1850. It attracted many freed or escaped slaves in search of a new community. It had one of the largest African-American communities in the US. And Duncanson was attracted to Cincinnati for its strong arts community. In the 19th century, Cincinnati was referred to as the Athens of the West. And Black people referred to it as the Emporium of the West because of the greater access to opportunities for African American people there. During the 19th century, Cincinnati and the American West became well known for its landscape artists, including Duncanson himself. He had no formal art education and began to teach himself, much as we do in this class, by copying prints, copying engravings, and copying European works. He sketched from nature and started painting portraits in the 1840s, as I mentioned previously. He was an itinerant portrait painter because he found it difficult to find patrons, paying patrons for his work, probably because he was African American and he couldn't find a wealthy patron in one location that would pay him enough to support himself. So he traveled from place to place. He went from Cincinnati to Detroit, Monroe, Michigan. He did live in Monroe, Michigan for quite a while, but continued to travel from place to place for work reasons. His work at that time was very similar to a lot of contemporary artists, and he continued to learn by copying others. He was finally in 1842 accepted into an exhibition at the Cincinnati Academy of Fine Arts, and he was not allowed to take art classes at the Academy because of his race, unfortunately. Even his mother wasn't allowed to go to the art show. He spent some time in Detroit looking for work, and he did find work, but not enough for him to stay in one place for very long, as I said. Detroit was a little bit better than other places that he lived. He became tired of portrait painting, and that's when he started doing landscapes. Landscape painting was a very important genre from the 1830s to the 1900s because of Thomas Cole and the Hudson River School. They used nature to convey ideas about America and its ideals, and Duncanson was intrigued by this idea and moved away from portrait work. He liked the pictures of exotic places and forgotten civilizations, as I said earlier. And at that point, he received a commission from an abolitionist Methodist minister in 1848, and that kind of launched his career within this network of abolitionist patrons. And they sustained him for most of his career. He focused mainly on the Ohio River Valley when he was looking at real landscapes. And he strived to transform these works into romantic landscapes filled with literary allusions. What do you think? Like, dislike? They're quite beautiful. In 1850, he was given his largest commission of his career by someone named Nicholas Longworth to paint 8 landscape panels in Longworth's Cincinnati estate, Belmont. And in 61, he created his quote unquote greatest work, Land of the Lotus Eaters. This painting was Duncanson's most widely acclaimed work, and it was influenced by works of British Romantic poets to include mythical themes. The abolitionists were motivated to support artists like Duncanson because his work emphasized the abilities of African Americans to participate and contribute to mainstream American culture. And the abolitionists thought his commission works with racial themes would help further the anti-slavery cause. This is interesting. He probably received more support from abolitionist patrons because he was of mixed race. He had light complexion and facial features that leaned towards European, and it gave him greater access to the world of art than other African American artists with darker complexions. So here's an image of one of his more romanticized mythological scenes. Although Duncanson never explicitly addressed race issues in his work, there's a debate among historians on whether or not he subtly referenced or alluded to racial problems and racism in the US. One of his paintings, called Garden of Eden, painted in 1852, with paradise, could be paradise with palm trees, and it might represent the promised land of slave songs. This could be it, although those look like Roman or Greek columns. I'm not sure that would be in the promised land. Who knows? The first picture we looked at had palm trees. He did paintings about Harriet Beecher Stowe's anti-slavery novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Duncanson's son urged him to address contemporary racial concerns in his work, but Duncanson wrote to his son, quote, "I have no color on the brain. All I have on the brain is paint," end quote. During the Civil War, Duncanson exiled himself to Canada and the United Kingdom. In 1863, he moved to Montreal and he lived and worked there for 2 years. He loved the Canadian landscape and he developed important relationships within the Canadian art scene. The Montreal art community loved him. He was accepted enthusiastically and was an inspiration for Canadian painters. The Canadians thought of Duncanson as one of, quote, the earliest of our professional cultivators of the fine arts. And he was a tremendous influence on 19th century Canadian art. Then in the winter of 1866-67, he returned to Cincinnati, and he had been traveling in Europe during the Civil War as well, and he painted many scenes of the Scottish landscape. And this allowed him to gain even greater recognition in the international art scene. His devotion to natural color, I think, is just extraordinary. I mean, really, really, really beautifully done. Unfortunately, he did not live very long compared to modern lifespan. He probably got lead poisoning from the paint that he used, and he suffered in the last years of his life from dementia, probably from the lead in the paint, and developed lead poisoning. He possibly suffered from schizophrenia at that point as well. He developed a belief in spiritualism, and he became convinced that he was possessed and possessed by a master painter. He continued to create artwork even though he was ill, but his behavior and declining health alarmed his patrons. In 1872, he suffered a seizure while hanging an exhibition in Detroit, and that led to his death. He died on December 21st, 1872. He was only 51. He's buried in the Woodland Cemetery in Monroe, Michigan. He achieved success unknown to many of his contemporaries, and he has been called, quote, the greatest landscape painter of the West. Here's one of his imaginary romantic scenes, probably inspired by the great European romantic painters. A British critic, Richard Pell of American Vision says that Duncanson's success is a, quote, victory over society's presumptions of what African-American artists should create, end quote. He became nationally and internationally known for his landscape paintings modeled after the Hudson River School tradition and is credited with developing the regional Ohio River Valley art form. He was largely forgotten from American art until his work was rediscovered in the 1950s and 1960s. And that is the end. Anyone not like his work?
It's not, I think it's beautifully executed. It's just not my thing. I think the work is beautiful, but it's not, it doesn't turn me on.
Okay.
Only an old hippie would say that. But,
You are entitled to your opinion. Yes, the work is extremely well executed. Yes. All right. Any other comments? I think we're all tired. I was putting people to sleep this morning as well.
No, I'm not tired.
Oh, good, Yunsi. Yunsi, and you are the mother of a young baby, and you're not tired. You're amazing.
Oh no, I mean, because to be honest, my husband is the primary care provider. So I rest most of the time. Well, what's your question?
What are your thoughts on this painter? Do you like his work?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good, and I respect Susan for your opinion as well. You are entitled. All right, so our assignment for this afternoon. Selden also did still life. And I do have the still life still set up from this morning. You have a choice. You can do landscape or you could work on the still life, either one you started this morning, or you can start creating a new one. There is acrylic paint, there are colored pencils, and there are soft pastels available for you to use. Any questions? You could copy a Duncanson, or if you like, the artist we looked at this morning was a woman named Shara Hughes, Hughes. You could copy her work. And Yunsi, do you need us to put the still life back up on the big screen, or are you going to work from the photograph you took this morning? Can you do that? Because I'd like to put a Duncanson picture on the big screen.
I will follow your advice. Which one you think is the best practice opportunity for me? Because I don't know what to do.
I'm going to put one of Robert Selden Duncanson's paintings on the big screen for the people who've come this afternoon. So you can either finish your still life from this morning, or you can try doing a landscape this afternoon. I think that would be great practice for you.
Oh, what's the great opportunity? I mean, what do you prefer me to follow Dunkinson or
Yes.
the
Try the Duncanson. Try
Oh.
something new now.
I agree. I agree.
Okay, good. So here we go. I'm going to put up a Duncanson. Let everyone hear. You do have the choice of, oh, where did I go? You do have the choice of either doing still life, landscape, or Shara Hughes from this morning if you were here this morning. See if I can find a more exciting Robert Selden Duncanson, but not really. He is very calm and peaceful. Again, he copied the Hudson River School people who were also very monochromatic. Oh dear. No, I don't want chat. Let's see. Now, remember, if you're doing landscape, you want to turn your paper horizontally. And you want to start by creating a horizon line. You see where my cursor is? That is the horizon line for this image, where I'm running the cursor across the page. You want to establish that first in your painting or drawing. Large shapes are in the front, or what we call the foreground. Smaller shapes are in the back. More detail in the front of the painting, less detail as you go further back towards the horizon line. And at the bottom, in the foreground here, the river is open wide, but as it meanders, as it moves back into space, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until when you get to the horizon line, you can't see it at all. I hope that helps. And to get these natural colors, think back to our color wheel. Red and green are complementary colors. Blue and orange, and yellow and violet. When you mix red with green, or yellow with violet, or blue with orange, you get closer to these natural tones, what we call neutral colors. Red with green, blue with orange, yellow with violet. Now, Yunsi, you might want to look him up on the screen of your own machine. It will be closer and easier for you to look at. Want me to put his name in the chat for you? Okay. Oh.
I found it. I found it.
Oh, you found it already. So look for a picture on your chat in your own search engine and make it bigger on your own screen. Good. So Donna, you can keep working on the picture you started this morning, or you can do this new artist, Robert Selden Duncanson. And you can try and use up all that beautiful paint.
What material should I use? Should I use color pencil primarily or watercolor?
Try using watercolor for this one. And do your larger shapes first, like the big shape in the bottom right-hand corner of the picture. I would do those kinds of shapes first. The sky, I would do the sky first. But don't forget to draw your horizon line. I will return. I have to get some water. I will return and you can always ask me questions. I like when you ask me questions. And the same is true for everyone here. Feel free to ask me questions. That is my job, to answer your questions. Right back. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of conjecture that they know. And you probably also suffer from lead poisoning. Yeah. Especially he used to pay with his fingers. Yeah, I think it's absorbed into the body. And they didn't know, and it's full of all kinds of chemicals. They probably bought it from here. This he made with some pigment. And later you could do the filler. That's what we work on this movie. Figure out to draw from life. Oh, next Thursday, there will be a makeup class for the class we missed for St. Patrick's Day. It will be Thursday afternoon at the Multi-Service Center from 1:30 to 3:30. You guys heard that? So those of you who usually come on Tuesday afternoon to the Multi-Service Center, we will have a makeup class next Thursday afternoon, 1:30 to 3:30 next week. I hope I'm free. What day is that? May 20? Oh, man, what time do we have to go to the concert? Now, that's the night of the concert.
Oh, it is Thursday. How many spots is someone do?
Oh, yeah. I'll send out an email. That's it. Awesome. Oh, good. So you can do Tai Chi and art class next Thursday, correct? Tai Chi's in the morning. There was a conflict last time we had a makeup. Perfect. So we will have had 5 art classes at the Multi-Center in March. That's good.
You wanted the celebration of St. Patrick also?
I did not go. Did you?
No, I went to the. Like those challenging, especially the last part of the class. A lot of complications. You go to the chief? Only yesterday. Rarely, once a first year. I think I got. People's bells have better than mine.
I know it's a big favorite. Lots of people like it.
Yeah, it's very therapeutic.
It was crowded.
Good amount of people. Yeah. They filled up the whole, room upstairs and. You don't want, you don't take it, it's.
Tai Chi. I tried Tai Chi once. It's not for me. I lift weights. I love lifting weights. Guard that. Very nice. About lifting weights, I had the same personal trainer for over 20 years. It's nice. You going somewhere? Well, ever since COVID, I train with him in face. Yeah. Yeah, I could bring it for me. I have weights at home. We have a rowing machine. Yeah, I love it. That's what I use my COVID check.
And you still use it?
How often do you use it? 4 to 5 days a week on the rowing machine. Wow. What an athlete. We got a bike during COVID. You did, to use it.
No, not every day. It's like 6 hours.
All we need to do it.
I'd rather go to the gym. I feel more motivated with that.
Okay. Whatever
Classes,
works.
personal training.
Whatever works, as long as you do something. This color makes me want. Red with the green works, right? It really works. Afternoon, people, if you like the flowers, you can take the business cards that I put out on the table to buy the flower arrangement, because I really like the forest. Recommend her highly. You can say, the art teacher sent me, she might give you a discount. Gave you a I like it in person. I do. Yeah. The photograph didn't do it justice. Oh. Yeah. Evolves. You would have liked the artist this morning because she talked about. Yeah. She talked about how it evolves and changes. For sure. What was amazing. Well, to be honest, if you go to the museum, you see one of these, you've seen them all. That's just what the artist this morning is fighting. By the way, there's Keith Haring? No, Keith Haring is a Keith Haring is the Grant. Grant, Branson. You know, he had texted me. A full Keith Haring. Nice. In Chelsea. 421 East Fifth Street. Oh, it's in the East. Oh, I know exactly where that is. And they had a Basquiat show there that. And that. What they're playing. And I saw the Whitney Biennial. I recommend it highly. And then on the top floor, there's a whole survey of American art. And there was that Hoboken artist My notes. Never heard of her before in my life, and here I am in the Whitney Museum of American Art in a survey of American art. And there was this Hoboken artist hanging right next to Edward Hopper. Her name, see if I can find it. I think her first name was Margaret. No, I can't seem to find it. Darn.
He's drawing on the background with white chalk. Yeah. It's one of it, it's cool. You know, forget who he was, but nobody. Wrote really fast and then run. Yeah, I don't. Black backgrounds. You know, before they put it. Like that.
Sorry, I can't seem to find it. Darn.
This summer.
Might be in my photos. I think maybe I took a picture. Yes, Margaret Henning French. Born in Hoboken in 1906. Who knew?
Yeah.
Well, maybe next March we'll do something on her for Women's History Month. Oh, she was also a photographer. She was part of the photo collective called Ha Ja Ma. Get it? Pajama.
John.
Yes. Just a quiet, serious group today.
Are you going to do another art gallery like last year?
Of our work.
Art-
If we do, it's going to be much later. I have too much going on at the moment, Alina, but it was very nice when we had our art show, wasn't it? Maybe in the fall, but right now I'm kind of overwhelmed with stuff. I have to be honest.
Yes, I think you have a lot to do. I can
Thank you.
definitely understand. It is
Thank you for understanding. Yes.
because I cannot take care of too many events in my life.
Well, being a new parent is a particularly difficult, challenging time in life. I remember.
Yes.
It still has its challenging moments. And mine is about to turn 41.
I feel like a lot of women forget about their paid.
What?
You mean your son, 41?
Forget about their paid. We're taking care of the child. But I'm glad that you remember it. I don't think I'll ever forget it. Yes. He's a great person, but still my child. Walk away. And we're in a sit on the other side. Yeah, that's fine. My brother will pay gold, but he said, I'll give you.
What color? See, even if I don't have the exact color I want, I learn so much. You enjoy. Why not? Great way to relax. My wife. Before my solo job. Which is what makes me so excited. And we've got people in Venice, we've got the Art Music Festival. Yeah. At the end of April, we have the Barney State Arts. Wow. We know King's March. Yeah. What else? The Amen to that. Yeah. I think okay. Maybe do too. Some people.
Okay, for sissies.
Yeah, but what's the alternative? Important it is. You would mostly use card. Still working on that concept.
Oh, no, this is my. That's my project. The chalk was crazy. Crazy, yeah. A different chalk and that.
Which do you like that? Yeah, you can get much deeper dark.
So, road. The only thing is it just kind of runs everywhere.
Well, you
Yeah.
want that
I mean,
golden acrylic bar. Get home, you gotta spray that of course.
and what about the people?
Well,
It's not exactly the.
No, it's
chalk
not
with
high
the color. What is actually this?
And it's watercolor.
What call it? Chocolate?
If you wanna get high quality drawing. I recommend you go to Dick Flick and talk to them about what you're trying to do, you have them recommend. You go to paper.
But what exactly is this?
Those are Ponticredi, which I
Like I
love.
said,
So Ponticredi. It's kind of a cross between pastels and charcoal.
I enjoy it.
So it's
I
not,
like it, thank you.
yeah, it's not as soft as charcoal, but you can smoosh it around. And it comes in some wonderfully beautiful. I like Ponticredi. It's used a lot for portrait work.
I see. Yeah, I've got a box of them.
Yeah, it's there.
But I didn't know what they were, so.
You could get very hard, fine edges if you use edge of the Ponticredi. And if you use the side, it's almost like using a pastel. And you can blend it. Yeah, I think you're gonna like it. Pretty much. Like slow, careful, it's your style. Diane is trying to get in. I hope she hasn't been waiting long. Hi, Diane. I hope you haven't been waiting long. Can you hear me, Diane? Hi, Diane. You got enough room?
No, you're good.
Hope you can hear me, Diane. Welcome. You good? Diane? I think it was the color, maybe by. Yeah, it's what. It's very. Diane, you're good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So this artist obviously was a landscape. He was most famous for his landscape work. Robert Selden Duncanson. Enjoy. We have a little less than an hour to go. Next Thursday at the Multi-Center, we'll be looking at the art of Alice Neal. I don't know what we're going to do on Tuesday. Alice Neal was the artist we were supposed to do last Tuesday. Maybe we'll do Margaret Kenny French. Drive or do we try off of it? Let's see. That's what I was asking. Right on the stair. The way it is. You might be able to see it. Not sure if it can- Those of you who came this morning, how great is it? All of it from the heart. Thanks for the lecture. Yeah, keep them coming. I like that. I'm studying a lot of art history. I haven't. Okay. I'm fine arts and so so many. It didn't like it. The quote kind. By memorizing the pages of the jazz. Oh, I don't know. Chance, I still have it. Oh, mine is. Yeah. Well. So heavy. Yeah, I carry it back.
really good art history teacher. I have to get out of it, but I have to, in Newark? No, we were in the seventies, only had like 2 buildings. They made us go all over the map. I had one class, that's been that, other class, big. The other one was in St. Paul, running out of Lumen. But that's hard, right? That's only that. Oh, in Temple Emmanuel, I made a 9 o'clock class, what was it? So, yeah. That's coming to the.
Well, they had no choice.
I don't know, that would put it out
It
of
was the only one that fit into the schedule.
But now, of course, they filled up. Older than that. But they- Yeah, I'm gonna do more with the marker. I have these great, I have these, yeah, these things, but you know what? They have rooms. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, half of them are artwork.
Might be worth it to buy a little expensive. Less.
What's, you know. I go through my office, what's from.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
You say James? Yeah, he's, I don't know, he sent some stuff or some graphics or something. He's in Jersey City last I heard for that. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe another one. Focus down.
Just, almost like it, 133. And then next week we finish. That's the first. It's just one. It's not.
Mm.
It's not run by.
What's your staff?
Not, right, like the big.
And, I got you a secret grandmother.
See?
I asked where you were and you were here. Hey, Dawn. Okay. You'll say so.
I guess the child took it over. Right. Try to do that.
Very bright. The picture that it's.
Yeah,
I know exactly.
like, light it dark and so I was trying to do that with this. But. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna go.
Mm.
At the bottom. Thanks.
Make it solid black.
I don't know. That's what I think.
Oh, I think. Yeah.
Dark gray.
You're right.
It's solid block and chalk,
Yeah,
just
so it,
rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good idea. Okay. Yeah.
Love it, just my bed. Oh, it's my bed. As it goes to the side to the- Yeah, me too.
Yeah. No restrictions. Go. Very forward. The thing that it's
It's not getting charged, but not bad. I found it on New Year's month.
Wire cut.
They have a problem called wire.
I always push on wire cut.
Not everything they recommend is the best.
Yeah. I'm so gullible, I told for everything, so I always check on wires, but I find
Yeah, before I buy big ticket items, I go to wire.
all kinds of crap. Very suggested on schools. What these things be made up of that, but they're crap.
Yunsi, how's it going? If you're talking to me, you have to unmute.
I think it's so hard.
The good things in life are difficult.
Let me join from my cell phone. It has better app camera.
Yeah. Maybe Austin. Yeah, he's doing something.
Can you? Wait.
I'm seeing your thumb.
Oh, what about now? Eh?
Yes, but it's so far away.
Let me see how. Mm, oh,
Yeah, bring it close.
uh,
Closer, if you can.
Hmm?
Can you bring it closer?
Closer.
Yes. Okay, good. So the same recommendation that I had for you with the still life, I have for you with the landscape. Let it dry a little bit and then take a fine point brush, a thin brush, and start adding details with slightly darker colors.
Oh,
Okay?
yes, 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 yes.
You're ready to do that if the paper isn't sopping wet. If it's very wet, you need to let it dry. Do you have a hair dryer?
Yes, yes, yes.
You could dry it with the hair dryer.
I see. So I have two questions. One question is I don't know. I think around this part in his original painting, there is there is a ray of light. I don't know how to draw light. The other question is around here, it is river, but the river looks more like a mirror to me. I don't know how to draw the mirror or the lake.
It does widen out at that, excuse me, at that part and look like a lake, but I think it's still part of the river. You've done a good job of capturing the shape of the river at that point. It is a little bit darker than you have it because of the reflection
Yes.
of the mountaintop. You see that?
Yes, yes.
So you should make it a little bit darker.
Oh, yes, yes. I mean, my question, yes. My question is, if I make it darker, how the readers can distinguish it is the darker grass or it is the reflection of the mountain in the river?
You may not be able to, but it is a different color.
Oh,
The mountaintop appears to be a little bit grayer than the color of the reflection.
oh,
The color of the reflection seems to be more green.
oh,
The color of the mountaintop is a bit grayer or browner. It appears to be a duller color in the mountain itself. The reflection seems to be more of a green color.
oh,
Pink.
oh. And how this part, I intended to draw the bright sun ray, but how to distinguish the sun ray to grass? Grass.
All right, so you cannot draw light,
Oh,
but what you need to do is make the area around where the light is darker.
oh,
You can create the darker space, which will make what isn't dark look lighter.
oh.
And you can also, again, when it's dry, you can add a lighter color on top.
Oh. I see.
That makes sense?
Yes.
So, for example, the bright white of the rainbow, you can wait till your painting is dry and you can paint that light color on top of
Oh.
the other color,
Mm.
or use colored pencil or soft pastel or oil pastel on top.
I see. I think the most challenging part for me is I zoomed out all his individual items, for example.
Do not do that. You want to do the large shape of the cluster of leaves, like the whole bunch of leaves. Do that as a flat shape, let it dry, and then you can go in to a few lines just to suggest the shape of the smaller leaves. Don't try and paint every single leaf. No. Too hard to do. Even this artist didn't do that. He probably painted the larger kind of oval shape of where a whole large mass of leaves are, and then he dry, and then he came back and started painting just a suggestion of where the smaller leaves are.
Like
I
with see.
Just dabs of paint. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, good. These are things you learn through trial and error.
Yes.
Experimentation and experience. And you have to let yourself accept the fact that you will make mistakes, and that is fine, and that is okay. You cannot be perfect. Like the first time you got on a bicycle, I bet you fell off, right?
Yes.
Yes. So it's the same idea. The first time you do a painting, you're not going to be perfect. You have to make those mistakes in order to learn how to do it the way you want it to be.
Oh,
And every artist learns that way, including me. I've been painting since I was 7 years old.
ooh.
Yes. It's a long time, trust me. And I'm still making mistakes. And I've learned to accept my mistakes. Okay, back to work. Okay, good. So we have about 7 minutes till cleanup. Sorry to say. 7 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So only 4 minutes till cleanup. I hate to break it to everyone, 4 minutes. These lines. Work on blending that brown. Blend it in. You notice the difference. You see the way it's more dark right up. Before you put it on this. This side's more real. Because we've got the dark right up to the end. You want to blend the dark edge into the top. Otherwise it looks flat. Yeah. Pretty much what you want. Yeah. Oh, hard to. That's after. I didn't realize there was how. It's very hard to see. It's blurred. It's digital. Very much the person's stuff. Probably what confused me. The edge. The edge is the bit. One that mine is the yes, so now it's super dark. And a lot of share uses for the money. Mary Raymond. Well, I started. Where I was from.
But the things are all buried under stuff. There myself. I think it's them. That's right. I know. I didn't want to bother them with that. That. I love Pascal. Oh. Right. Beautiful.
Like I to give this. Earth tone color, it's the same old piece. No, he said make it follow. But he's right, it's just like.
But you're gonna do it large scale now,
Yeah. So it's.
the next step.
I mean, before I was gonna. Scale color. I said black and white.
No, it's black and,
Black and white.
black and white and red.
Black and white.
You need
Black and white. It's, you know.
That's why the photograph was.
That's what.
Oh. Well, look, none of us know it. Really, it's like you're traveling through yourself. Oh, yeah. I hope to see one day. Yes. More every day. Forever. White Cliffs of Dover. That's Cincinnati, Ohio. Sure. All right, guys, we've got to clean up, and then if you want, we can share. Oh, I let you go overtime. So we must clean up. Well, if any of you know people from Haiti or Syria, the Supreme Court just overturns the ban on status. So their protected status has been reinstated. Angie Brown Jackson. What were you saying? Protective status for Haitian and Syrian has been upheld by this. And the Supreme Court upheld protective status for Haitian and Syrian.
The dam is the floor system. What was that?
Prisoner, we got a prisoner, they let it out. Yeah.
Really?
All right, are we gonna share? Folks at home, do you want to share your work? I'm gonna stop the share of the Duncanson painting, Selden Duncanson. Goodbye, Mr. Duncanson. We love your work. Until next time. Folks at home, if you want to share, I'm going to let you go first because this morning, folks who are here went first. Diane, you want to share what you've been creating? You're first in my lineup. Yes, no, maybe so. No. UNC, do you want to share?
Oh, yes, yes,
You
yes.
have your baby.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh,
Okay, wait up. I'm gonna spotlight.
oh, my poor camera.
No, it looks good. We can see it. You are making such progress in your work.
Oh, thank you.
So now that it's much drier, you can
Oh.
go in with a small brush and add those details that you're trying to do.
Uh-huh.
And wherever there's light,
Uh,
you need to make everything around it darker.
okay.
Okay? Try it. You're going to like it.
I see. I will. Thank you.
Can we see the baby? I'm a frustrated grandma. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you?
Are you being good? Are you letting mommy paint? Yes. I'm probably terrifying him. Yes. Hello. You're a big, big boy. Look how tall you are. I like your sweater. Oh.
You want to kiss the screen? Kiss yourself?
All right, we're going to see you soon.
Yes.
Thank you for saying hi.
Yeah.
Diane, would you like to share your work?
I didn't do any work.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for joining us today. I hope you learned something maybe from something. All right. So we're going to go back to people who are here. Anyone here want to share today? It's not looking like anyone wants to share. Christy, you want to share your work? Come on up, Christy. Oh, Donna wants to share. Come on up, Donna. Good.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Wait, this
I
way.
can't believe it.
Wow.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, really nice. The colors are fantastic.
I can't believe it.
If it's closer, is it better?
Yes,
Well done.
so incredible.
Had a lot of fun experimenting with mixing the colors, right?
Yeah. I mixed the color and then I mixed it again and then I mixed it again and it was a little bit greener and a little bit bluer and a little more purpler. So I had like 3 different blues for the sky, a green blue, a blue and white blue, and a purplish blue.
How'd you get those brown tones?
The brown tones, I mixed blue and red actually, and a touch of yellow. These brown tones
All
over
three
here.
primary colors together will make brown.
Yes, and I got this kind of mauvey look. It's like a mauve, you see, mauve. And I lightened the mauve in the background. I used the same mauve, put some light to it. And add a little more color to the rainbow. And it's like 3 planes. You got this forward plane here that's really close to you, and then there's this one that's sweeping. I can't do this. I'm not a weather girl. They're like, hello, this is wonderful. This sweeping part, and then this part in the background just like fades away. I like the way the trees kind of break the lines,
Yes.
the trees
Well
just
done.
breaking the lines. All right, thank you.
Amazing.
You got a good one.
Beautiful.
Who else? Rima, you want to share?
People came that once.
Wow, well, back up a bit.
Here?
Oh,
Okay,
that's-
thank you.
Again, great.
So beautiful, so beautiful.
Love the attention to detail, great use of perspective. Well done.
Thank you.
Else, Nina,
I think this in the front, wouldn't it?
Wow,
I won't leave anybody out, don't worry.
so beautiful.
So Lena focused on the still life we have here. Gorgeous color. What about the background? Are you gonna do? I
Yeah.
always ask you about the
Yes, if I
background.
have the time, I hope I'll continue.
That's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah, that's not.
Flowers are super. And the
Yeah.
way
So
you
beautiful.
the pottery and the vase,
Yeah,
very nice.
I thought that was exceptional. Like real life is beautiful. It's amazing. I feel like the proportions are not quite
Doesn't
there.
matter.
Color and
Yeah.
shape.
Does not matter at all.
I'm trying to think a little bit more about the shades and the shadows and the light.
It's gorgeous.
I'm learning about that.
I think the bottom is so shade.
Yeah.
The top looks like a floating over.
Okay, I gotta continue that
Really
table
nice.
cloth.
Well
And
done. You
background.
spent a lot of time experimenting with mixing too, so good for you.
Very nice.
Christy, you wanna share? We're jumping around today.
Take both.
Yeah, that's why I told her.
Yeah.
I wanna let people who weren't sure this morning go first.
Liz, do you want this still or do you throw it?
If you have the energy to wash it, I'll take it back, reuse, recycle, otherwise you can throw it.
Oh, thank you, thank you,
Super.
Yeah.
thank you.
I love the contrast between the smoothness of the sky and the texture.
Yes, yes, yes. The land is more a mixture of more colors.
Yeah, show us the other ones.
Wow,
Yeah, this is my favorite.
Yeah, that's hot.
I love this one.
She did too, Liz.
Great.
I love this one.
Bravo.
Thank you. Goodness, Susan? Want to hear this one?
No, I know, not today.
Sure. I don't know, now it's up for rest. Lindsay? Okay. Okay. Jackie? We're gonna share, James. You never share, that's why I didn't.
I did it last time. That was.
You did let us. Stand corrected. Okay, now let's look at Jackie.
I love this one, so serenity,
This one is very calm.
tranquil.
I like the shadow in the water.
And you
And
have.
I love the mountain makes it seem like a basin.
Beautiful. Are you gonna make it darker in certain areas? Is it working on it or it's finished?
I think it's finished. I don't know how to make it darker without like.
Yeah, it's very light on the camera though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lighter than it actually is.
The
Yeah.
sky is so bright.
So James, I'll ask again, you wanna share? Okay. Sometimes sharing works in progress. Good way to get ideas. Okay.
But I didn't think someone will color.
Now.
Okay, so this one here is just in charcoal, not in color.
This is based on a photograph that Now took of a puddle of water.
Right, and the puddle's on the top. So the top is the puddle. And then the way what happened is that the puddle kind of forms into temples.
This is the one I asked Liz. It is challenging for me. I don't know how to draw reflection.
Yeah, it took me a while, but I think I finally got it today.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, Tamara.
Yeah, fun.
Wow, I was like, yes, I
Wow. Yeah,
That's
that's
gorgeous.
beautiful.
Oh. Wow, stunning.
Fantastic texture and color. Barbara, do you want to share? No. Never force anybody. If I missed anyone. All right. Great job, great job today. Please, if you haven't looked it up yet, please do so. If you're pretty okay. So I will see you next week for our final Women's History Month artists. And in April, we're moving into Poetry Month. I have some great artists for us to look at that as well. Poetry to listen to, and artists who either do poetry or are inspired by poetry, etc. All right. So folks at home, I'm going to say goodbye for today. And I will see you next Wednesday for our final Women's History Month artist. Take care.